last video, I've showed, like towards the end, I showed off my my newest hammerhead design. I said I was going to go through like all of the ships I've done for this playthrough. So just a tiny bit of backstory behind this specific playthrough. So as I mentioned in past videos, I like to create my own factions. It's like the way I like to play this game. I like to create my own faction. Usually I like to create my own outposts, but lately, in order to get the outposts the way I like them, it requires a lot of mods, which causes a lot of FPS drops, and the outposts themselves just get too big, and I get too carried away with it, and it gets to a point where I can't even play the outpost, where I can't like go into the outpost without crashing. So that's the thing. So at the moment, I'm spending a lot of time on board ships. So first playthrough, I've done sort of like almost a Star Wars-esque playthrough, as you can tell by the armor I'm wearing and the armor that my squad is wearing. So it's sort of like a republic that doesn't like the Pre-Star Collective and doesn't like the UC, so they sort of found their own little planet and they've built a bunch of colonies and they formed their own small republic, and to go along with that republic, they've built their own fleet of ships. And that's the ships I'm going to be showing off. So I just finished building this one, so I haven't even seen the inside of this one yet. All the other ones I'm going to show off, I've seen the inside of. This one I haven't. So yeah, let's get into it. There's quite a few ships, so this might be a bit of a long video. If there's any requests to show how I built any of them, just leave it in the comments and I'll do a build video for it.
Anything you need to offload? Trade need some work done?
So
sure.
There's going to be some FPS drops here. This is the first ship. This is the only technically civilian ship of the lot, and it's a cargo ship. So yeah, let's get into it. I really wanted an excuse to use them. So all of these ships use primarily the Falkland ship parts mod for the HABs, and then various other mods like oh, there you go. Alright, so these bits here, like these little side wing pieces, they come off the Bad Tech. I think it's the Bad Tech Gunship I've got installed, which has these. Same for most of the weapons, like these little Bad Tech weapons. And then these come from, I can never pronounce his name, Matilda? Something like that. Yeah, you can see his name in the name of the weapon. So these come from that, and then these come from the Intrinity, which, by the way, Intrinity Aeroworks, absolutely amazing mod. It takes all those really awesome looking M-class parts, but shrinks them down so you can use them on normal ships, which is fantastic. Right, and I think that's it. That's it for the mod. So it's Bad Tech, Matilda's, Intrinity, and then obviously the Falkland things. And then the way I got the ships floating is using this Bad Tech GS anti-gravity landing bay, so it's pretty useful. I've used it on all the ships. Yeah, so let's get into the actual ship. So like I said, I've not seen the inside of this one yet, so I've built it, started the video. So yeah, gonna be a lot of FPS drops. I don't know why, but that keeps crashing. Every vehicle I see, I don't know if it's because of where the bay is, but vehicles don't like this bay location. I did not realize how big this ship was going to be. Alright, let's get into it. That's aboard. There may be a lot of loading times. These ships are quite big. I've tried to go no more than 2 decks for each ship. Alright, so very long hallway. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. So, you know, he's opened the door, so you got an armory this side, and an armory this side. Going forward, we have the Falkland living quarter thing, which I really like. It comes with a med bay. That side comes with a living quarters this side, so restroom, living quarters, which has a little window, absolutely fantastic. And over here is like a captain's room, which is pretty nice. Now most of my other ships do have a dedicated captain's room, so I'm sort of using this as like Obviously, I got a lot of people dressed up to look like soldiers, so I'm using it. So like, this is where the soldiers are. So you have squad members in there, squad leader in there, type deal. And then over here is a hydroponics, and then a armory. Another little storage compartment here. So yeah, the Falkland ship parts mod is absolutely brilliant. This style is awesome. Not really meant for warships, which is kind of what I've used it for, but yeah. Med bay, and I think it's duplicated both sides. So won't go up to the next deck yet. We'll go across. So of course this is where all the cargo containers are. Sort of like a central. That leads up to the docking port, and then here is a engineering room with a window. Same thing. This side, engineering room with a window. And that's the same on deck above. And going forward, we have living quarters for 2. Same this side, living quarters for 2. And then here is engineering. I don't know why my doctor is in engineering. That's right, going up to the next deck now, and then we'll go back to the forward. So this is obviously the aft section. Do believe living quarters for 2, living quarters for 2, and then this should be an empty one with 2 hydroponic space either side. Going forward takes us to the middle again. These are the same either side, little engineering rooms. And then going forward from here is the other part of the main deck. So I do believe this is a captain's quarters. No, that's a med base, so this should be another. Right, sorry about that. I'm trying to find. So where was I? So unless the reason why there's no BMP. Okay, so there should be something else here. I don't know why it's not. I may have got the doors messed up. I think this originally I planned to put a captain's quarters there, but I changed my mind, and yeah. And that brings us forward into another one of these for the upper deck, and forward from this is the cockpit. Really like this cockpit. I've used it on all of my ships. I don't know which ship I'm going to use for a thumbnail. It might be this one. Probably going to use the hammerhead, actually. It's... yeah. So that's my attempt at a cargo ship. I don't do civilian ships very often, so... weapons-wise, it's mostly Class C turrets with the 4-point control weapons, and yeah. Right, on to the next ship now. So I'll exit this. I think I don't know how many ships there are altogether. I think there's 5 altogether. Well, let me talk to him.
Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
Alright, so that's my Republic cargo ship. Alright, so this is my Republic light cruiser. This was the first ship of the lot I built. This was originally the Frontier, and it's the only ship that has missiles as well. all the ships do sort of follow the same design. The cargo ship and the Hammerhead are the two ships which really have a different style. Shit. The fighter is mostly the same style as well.
I
So,
have something for you when you've got a second.
yeah, cool. Right, going forward. One of these again. Window forward, and then you. Med bay. Living quarters for 2. Captain's quarters. A little 1x1 captain's quarters, and then this should be an armory.
You're looking well.
And going to the upper deck, we have. I think it's mirrored, so both decks are sort of the same. I think. Oh no, this is engineering. I think there should be doors either side here. I think. I don't know. I think there's supposed to be doors either side, so we'll have a quick look now. So I think this is... The fighter is just a tad bit smaller than this. No, that is correct, yeah, so it isn't. Two things either side. So that's it for this ship, the light cruiser. It's a pretty quick ship to go through. Not a whole lot to it. I think after this, the next ship is the heavy cruiser, which follows a similar sort of design, but just bigger.
Got anything you need to offer? Okay, no problem.
Right, so, light cruiser, heavy cruiser. So yeah, similar design, but just bigger. I favorite this one. I mean, set this as active, and I'll show off this one. Now, this one I think was this one is the second one I built, and it was actually this one where I first used the spiky bits, the bad tech stuff. So the other one, after I finished it, I didn't have any of these bad tech bits on. I added them all on after I built them on this ship, and I liked the way it looked. So then I added them to the other ship, and then from there I just added them to all my ships. Because I've had this bad tech mod for a while. I just haven't been able to figure out how to implement it in the way I like. When I came to these ships, it worked out pretty well. So I think this is aft. Airlock. Armory. No, medbay. And engineering. Pretty straightforward. Going forward. Captain's room. I really like brilliant little fish tank. Also, I think I mentioned this in my Corvette video, but I'm not 100% sure. But I've seen people in here, like NPCs, the crew. They'll come into this little waiting room area, but I've not seen them go past this door. So I don't know if the mod author did not nav mesh this area, so the NPCs just don't go in there. By the way, I do like that. Over here is, I can't remember, to be honest. Living quarters for 2. Living quarters for 2. And going forward, we have this little window.
Hey, can I help with something? Here to shoot the breeze?
Okay, we're gonna go this way.
I'm glad to see
it's
you
the same
looking
both
well.
sides. So you got sort of an all-in-one. Toilet, bathroom, a seating area, windows, and then hydroponics, which has, you know, more windows. And this is the same on the other side. I'm not gonna bother trying to get past all of that. Right. All of them being here means the upper deck should be clear and then nobody blocking my way. So 1x1 captain's quarters here. can't remember what this is. This is. So I think the little 1x1 berths. This is the single 1x1 berth, and there's the 2, and then there's the quad. I quite like the singles. This way, med room. Back from there. No idea. I can't remember. Armory. And then this is another armory. Alright, this is 1x1 living quarters. I think originally it's like a little canteen type thing. And originally I planned to have one this side and one that side, but for some reason the doors don't want to connect to this. So I can only fit the one. Going forward from here, I think it's just, yeah, it's just another one of these. Really useful. And going up from here is... So going forward is the cockpit, going back is a little command room. Sorry, take a drink. And the bridge. I think I've used the same bridge for all but one type of my ship. Fighters are the only ones which are different. That's the heavy cruiser. I think this one has the biggest guns on it, the most firepower. I think this is the only one that has the cruiser cannons. Yeah, I was quite proud of this one when I built this. On to the next, which I can't remember what the next one is. No, I think the next one's the fighter. Or the hammerhead. Possibly the fighter.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
On my ships. So we got heavy cruiser, light cruiser. Fighters. So this is the smallest of the ships. It's pretty basic. I call it a fighter. It's more like a heavy gunship, and I didn't realize this until after I had finished building it, and I was sort of like looking at it. It kind of gives off the Arc 170 vibes from the Clone Wars, and there is a model if it's released a few fighters, like small Star Wars fighters, like he's done the Delta 7 Jedi fighter. He's done the other Jedi fighter, which I can never remember the name. He's done the N1 Naboo fighter. And I'm really hoping he does the Arc 170, because if he does the Arc 170, I'll build like 2 or 3 of them, and I'll have them as a fighter escort using the Fleet Commander mod. And then this will go from a fighter to more of a gunship type deal. Yeah. So I do have 2 more of these, but these 2 are like empty. There's nothing on the inside. Because I use Place Your Own Doors mod, there is no interiors to these ships because I haven't put any doors in. It's just, I just built it to look like this. So I have these 2 that just follow me around at the moment. If I fly around the space, you'll see these 2 following me. Yeah, I'm really proud of the way I've done the guns on the wings. Yeah, let's take a look at the inside. I don't think I've actually... I haven't flown this one yet, and I really want to fly it, so... At the end of the video, I'm probably going to go and kill some pirates. I'm going to take this one to do it.
I've got something with your name on it, boss.
Okay, alright. So... Pretty straightforward. Armory. Airlock. Med bay. 1x1 living berth. It's a bit cramped compared to my other ships. Another armory. The armory does seem kind of redundant. Going in off the entire center of the ship. So this is the quad berth. I think it's pretty cool. And going forward is... I can't remember, to be honest. Quad and then another quad. No, engineering. And my window. So when I build ships, I do like to try and keep them all so it's the same theme. So if I go in Stroud Eklund, the only enough a whole ship will be Stroud Eklund.
Hello.
Hey, Captain.
Unfortunately, like the Falkland does have like all the right ship parts, and why is there no door here? There should be a door here to get to the cockpit. That's not good. I have to fix that.
Captain.
Hey there, Captain.
I'm gonna just go quickly fix that. Yeah. So what's I saying? Oh, yeah. So the Falkland ship parts model, but he does have his own, like he does like a reskin, so it's not of all the different manufacturers' parts. So it doesn't have like Stroud Eklund written on the side of it. But the problem is those don't quite like it doesn't have all the right flips that I want, like flipping it backwards and side and stuff. So
Sure, have at it.
nearly the whole ship is a mix between Falkland and Stroud. See if I should be. I should be working. Unless it's going in the underneath. I don't think it would. Let's try again. What was I going to say? Yeah, so, the bridge, like, is like a single person fighter bridge, but it does look out of place when it's got all the Falkland parts. So all the other ships I use the Falkland bridges, so it looks right. I don't know why this bridge ain't connecting.
Did you want to discuss something?
Weird. Most weird. Do I have to put the door in myself? I never had to do that for bridges before. What happens if I just try going into the ship?
Good to see
It's
you.
your...
No, there's no door. Most unusual. Yeah, as you can see, this does not fit the aesthetic as the rest of the ship. Right, so I'm gonna try and connect the door manually, but you usually don't have to do that when it comes to bridges, because the rest of the time it just does it automatically. And I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Alright, get back in. You know, not to say I don't like this bridge, I do, but it's just aesthetically it doesn't match the rest of the ship. But the Falkland mod doesn't really have like a single bridge, or at least not one that fits the theme I'm going for. So let's try and fix this.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
I'm not sure how, because I've never had to attach a door to a cockpit before, so let's try and... Yeah, let's try this.
Do you need something, Captain?
Hoping this has worked. That's a lot of people. Are they all gonna be in my way? They're all gonna be in my way. Okay, so that worked. Alright, I don't know why that was a problem, but yeah.
Hey, it's always a good...
She was a little too small to be having so many people. I think that central area is supposed to be an empty bay. An empty hab. I don't think it's supposed to be an armory hab. That's fine. Oh. onto the next ship, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna take that one up and fight some pirates with it.
Got anything you need to offload? Sure, have at it.
Right, so should I show this off? Because I think I did it. Yes, I think that's all the ships, to be honest. I did this in my last video. So if you want to see the inside of this one, just check out the last video. I'm gonna fix. This one. I didn't see what the MTB looks like, so I'm an MTB. Alright. Yeah. Let's go kill some pirates, I think. I haven't actually used this ship yet. I haven't used any of these ships in combat. I don't think. This should be interesting. Let's try boarding. I do want to see what the MTB looks like. Oh, I like this. That red glow. That looks cool. And having any armories. No. Alright, I think I'm gonna turn this into a dropship. I'm gonna put like a bunch of chairs in a row. You know, I'm just gonna show that off now. I don't think I've shown how I've done this before. So if you want to make a dropship, just get one of the 2x1 empty habs, and it's just as simple as lining up. To get perfectly straight. Yeah. So depending on how many people you want to be able to fit in, yeah, and then boom. You just have a mini dropship. Could do that, yeah, all the way down. Yeah. Alright, let's go kill some pirates. I do really like this ship, and I've not used some of these bad tech, the bad tech miniguns that are on the ship. I've not used it. I've used the laser guns a few times, but I've not used the miniguns yet. I'm excited to see what that looks like. Let's add some power. I don't need to power my grab drive, just everything else. That's laser guns. Oh, that is cool. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go fight some pirates. First thing I should do is probably save the game, because I'm probably gonna die doing this. Just where's Crex? Alright. Oh, there's one of my escort ships. It's cool. Forgot about those guys for a second. So I'm gonna actually have some help in this fight. Should be interesting to see how long these guys last.
Let's do this. Go easy. Count up.
Directed to their raptor.
Grabs in the red.
Their raptor was crippled. They're flooded. Target's raptor has been knocked offline.
The engines.
The enemy's raptor. We've locked them.
These turrets.
Target.
Did you see that? Oh, I think one of my escort ships just lit that guy up. Oh dear. Definitely one behind me. Ah, yeah. Cool. I got one on my ass. Alright, why don't we lock onto this guy? Yeah. Add to him manually. Okay, so that shit's way easier when you have an escort with you. And those bad tech guns just lit those guys up. Where's my other escort? That's one. Should have two. Where's the other? I don't like how they crash into me. That happens a lot. If you stand still for too long, they will just collide into you. There's the top speed on this. Alright, 633. That's pretty good. Well, I think that's it for this video. It's not really much more to show off. It's pretty simple ships, and the design philosophy behind them is pretty much the same. It's just you take the smallest one, which is this, and then you just gradually get bigger and adding slightly more onto it as you go. And it's a really nice ship design. Well, at least I like to think it is. It's one I've used across a lot of various playthroughs. It's very Star Wars inspired, because I think the first time I ever used this sort of design with that with the front area with that gap in the middle was when I tried to build the Aquintus class cruiser, which that save game kind of got fucked up because of mods and shit. So I lost that ship. I am going to try and rebuild it, but there at some point. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for this video. Oh god, don't crash. They're very close together. Is there a way to separate them and make them so they fly further apart? We can make them follow me further away. Yeah, no, that's it for this video, so thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.